Hello and welcome to the channel. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has, in order to reduce various forms of taxations in Nigeria, signed 4 executive orders, one of which is the 5% excise tax on telecommunications and excise duty escalation on locally produced goods, all of which is to reduce the hardship in the country. Let's talk details. Subscribe, like, share, and comment. Thank you. Tinubu suspends Finance Act, halts 5% excise tax on telecoms. In a bid to curb multiple taxations as complained by a cross-section of Nigerians and the business community, President Bola Tinubu has signed 4 executive orders which include the suspension of the 5% excise tax on telecommunication services, as well as the excise duty escalation on locally manufactured products. The president also suspended the 2023 Finance Act, deferring the date of its commencement from 28 May 2023 to 1st of September 2023. Some of the suspended taxes were issued through executive orders by former President Muhammadu Buhari at the twilight of his administration. They include corporate income tax, import duties, export duties, excise duties, rents, capital gains tax, personal income tax, value-added tax, stamp duties, property tax, licenses, motor parking fee, motor vehicle fee, withholding tax, land tax, market license fee, road tax, business premises, dividend tax, NHRS levy, advert fee, regulation fees, the new NYSC levy. The Special Advisor to the President on Special Duties, Communications and Strategy, Dele Halake, disclosed this while briefing State House correspondents on Thursday at the Presidential Villa, Abuja. According to him, some of the tax policies are being implemented retroactively with their commencement dates and in some instances predating the official publication of the relevant legal instruments backing them. Alake had led the members of the administration's revenue team to brief State House newsmen at the Presidential Villa, Abuja. Others on the team were a special advisor to the President on revenue, Mr. Zak Adedeji, Mrs. Doris Anyetier, a member of the Presidential Advisory Council on Finance and other related matters, Adenike Laoye, from the Office of the Chief of Staff to the President. He said President Tinubu also signed the Finance Act, Effective Date Variation Order 2023, which now defers the commencement date of the changes contained in the Act from May 23, 2023 to September 1st, 2023. He explained that this is to ensure adherence to the 90 days minimum advance notice for tax changes as contained in the 2017 National Tax Policy. President Tinubu also signed the Customs Excise Tariff Variation Amendment Order 2023, shifting the commencement date of the tax changes from March 27, 2023 to August 1st, 2023, and also in line with the National Tax Policy. He said, the second one is the Customs Excise Tariff Variation Amendment Order 2023, which shifts the commencement date of the tax changes from March 27, 2023 to August 1st, 2023, and also in line with the National Tax Policy. The other executive order signed by the President suspends the 5% excise tax on telecommunication services as well as the excise duties escalation on locally manufactured products. The last executive order also suspends the newly introduced green tax by way of excise tax on single-use plastics, including plastic containers and bottles. Tinubu also ordered the suspension of import tax adjustment levy on certain vehicles. Alake explained that this is in the president's commitment to creating a business-friendly environment. He said, as a listening leader, the president issued these orders to ameliorate the negative impacts of the tax adjustments on businesses and chokehold on households across affected sectors. His Excellency will not exacerbate the plight of Nigerians. According to him, President Tinubu's intention is to listen to the concerns of the Nigerian people and alleviate the negative impacts of the tax adjustments rather than exacerbate the challenges faced by the citizens. Subscribe, like, share, comment, and please turn the notification bell on. Thank you. He further explained that the decision is in fulfillment of President Tinubu's promise to address business-unfriendly fiscal policy measures and multiplicity of taxes. He reiterated the president's commitment to reviewing complaints about multiple taxation, local and anti-business inhibitions. He assured that the Tinubu administration will continue to give requisite stimulus by way of friendly policies to allow businesses to flourish in the country. He said the president assured Nigerians that there will not be further tax raised without robust and wide consultations undertaken within the context of a coherent fiscal policy framework. He said, in closing, the president wishes to reiterate his commitment to reviewing complaints about multiple taxation and anti-business inhibitions. The federal government sees business owners and local and foreign investors as critical engines in its focus on achieving higher GDP growth and an appreciable reduction in the unemployment rate through job creation. The government will, therefore, continue to give requisite stimulus by way of friendly policies to allow businesses to flourish in the country. President Bola Tinubu wishes to assure Nigerians by whose sacred mandate he is in power that there will not be further tax raised without robust and wide consultations undertaken within the context of a coherent fiscal policy framework. According to him, some of the problems identified with the tax changes include the 2017 national tax policy approved by President Muhammadu Buhari's administration, prescribing a minimum of 90 days' notice from the government to taxpayers before any tax changes can take effect. This global practice is done with a view to giving taxpayers and businesses reasonable time to adjust to the new tax regime. However, both the Finance Act 2023 and the Customs Excise Tariff Order 2023 did not give the required minimum notice period, thus putting businesses in violation of the new tax regime even before the changes were gazetted. As a result of this, many of the affected businesses are already contending with the rising costs, falling margins, and capacity underutilization due to the various macroeconomic headwinds as well as the impact of the Naira redesign policy, he said. That's the news, guys. Thanks for listening. Until next time. Bye.